There is no middle ground in life. There never was. You're either all in, fully committed to your vision, or you're standing on the sidelines like a pathetic spectator watching real men take what could have been yours. And here's the truth. Nobody respects the guy who plays it safe. Nobody admires the man who dabbles, who hesitates, who refuses to bet on himself. The world isn't built for the half-hearted. You either put everything on the line, give your blood, sweat, and soul to your mission, or you accept mediocrity and live with the sickening pain of knowing you had a chance, but you were too much of a coward to take it. Every second you spend hesitating is another second lost to the man who's willing to suffer. The man who grinds in silence while you overthink, who embraces the struggle while you seek comfort, who's already fucking decided he will win at all costs. And when the time comes for rewards to be handed out, you will watch him rise while you sit there like a weak, forgotten shadow, wondering what the hell happened. So I'm going to ask you once, and I need you to answer with brutal honesty. Are you all in or are you out? No more trying, no more excuses, no more one day. That bullshit is over. The decision is now. Right now. Look at your life. Look at the money in your bank account, the shape of your body, the direction of your future. You are exactly where you fucking deserve to be. Not where you wish you were, not where you think you should be. Exactly where your actions have placed you. Because life doesn't give out handouts. It doesn't reward intentions. It doesn't give a damn about potential. It cares about execution. It cares about what you are willing to sacrifice today so that you can dominate tomorrow. Most men fail because they refuse to commit. They want the rewards, but they're not willing to fucking bleed for them. They want to be rich, but they still sleep in like lazy fucks. They want power, but they can't even control their own habits. They want respect, but they fold the second they feel pressure. And then they have the nerve to complain, to blame the world, to act like the universe is somehow responsible for their pathetic results. No, brother, it's you. It has always been you. Because deep down, you haven't truly decided. You haven't drawn the line and said, I will do whatever it fucking takes, no matter what. The truth is, success is a game of sacrifice. The men who win are the ones who pay the price up front. They give up their nights, their weekends, their comfort. They walk into the fire knowing it's going to burn, knowing it's going to hurt, but they go anyway because they understand the simple rule of life. Suffer now, thrive later. Pay today, play tomorrow. The weak avoid pain. They cling to comfort like a fucking child clings to his mother's leg, terrified of stepping into the unknown. And because of that fear, that hesitation, that pathetic attachment to security, they stay broke, they stay weak, they stay invisible. This world doesn't give a fuck about your dreams. It doesn't care if you try your best. It doesn't care if you want it really bad. It only rewards the man who's willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to get what he wants. So what's it going to be? You going to keep lying to yourself, playing it safe, staying comfortable? Or are you finally ready to go all in and take what's yours? Because if you're not all in, you're out. And the world will leave you behind like the weak, irrelevant, forgotten man you chose to be. You tell yourself you want success, but do you actually fucking live like it? Are you working like your life depends on it? Are you attacking your goals with the same hunger as a man who has nothing left to lose? Or are you lying to yourself, feeding yourself bullshit that someday when the timing is right, when the stars align, when life hands you an opportunity on a silver platter, you'll finally take action? Because here's the cold, hard truth. That moment will never fucking come. Nobody is coming to save you. No miracle is going to fall from the sky. There is no perfect time. There is only right now. The men who succeed in life aren't the smartest. They aren't the most talented. They sure as hell aren't the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who went all in while everyone else hesitated. While you were busy second guessing yourself, they were taking action. While you were waiting for motivation, they were grinding, pushing, suffering, and building themselves into unstoppable fucking machines. And now when you see them at the top, living the life you want, you lie to yourself and say they got lucky. No, they fucking earned it. You can either be the man who makes things happen, or you can be the man who watches things happen. And let me make something crystal fucking clear. The second option is far more painful in the long run because regret will haunt you for the rest of your miserable life. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. And if you keep playing small, if you keep making excuses, if you keep operating at 50%, you are guaranteeing yourself a future of looking back and wondering, what if I had gone all in? What if I had truly given it everything? There is no success without sacrifice. There is no power without discipline. You don't get to have it both ways. You either commit yourself fully with absolute focus and unbreakable determination, or you accept that you will never be great. There is no alternative. There is no cheat code. There is no shortcut. You are either all in or you are out. And if you're out, step the fuck aside, because the men who are truly committed, the ones who have made the decision to dominate, don't have time for the weak. We don't have time for the hesitant. We don't have time for the ones who say they want it but refuse to fucking suffer for it. This world belongs to those who take it. If you're not willing to do that, then you will spend your life on the sidelines watching as other men take everything you ever wanted, knowing deep down that you could have had it too. If only you had the balls to go all in. So make your choice, because time is running out. And one day, whether you like it or not, you're going to realize that the life you have is nothing but a reflection of the choices you made. I once knew a man who had everything working against him. No connections, no money, no support. He wasn't special. He wasn't born into privilege. He didn't have a fucking safety net. If you looked at his life, you bet against him. And for years, that's exactly what everyone did. They wrote him off as just another nobody, another faceless man who would live and die in mediocrity. He was broke. He was struggling. Every single day was a battle just to survive. But here's the difference between him and 99% of the world. He decided he was going to win no matter what. He made the decision that most men are too weak to make. The decision that separates kings from peasants, winners from losers. He committed fully. No half measures. No hesitation, no excuses. He went all the fuck in. While others were sleeping, he was working. While others were wasting time, he was sharpening his mind. Every second of his day was dedicated to one thing: becoming unstoppable. He sacrificed everything. No parties, no distractions, no useless entertainment. He cut off friends who weren't on his level. He ignored the opinions of people who didn't understand his vision. He put himself through hell, long nights, brutal failures, setbacks that would have broken a weaker man. But not him. He never wavered. Not once. I remember a time when he had nothing left. His bank account was empty. His back was against the wall. And the world was laughing at him. People told him to quit, to be realistic, to stop chasing a dream that was clearly out of reach. And that was the moment that defined him. Because instead of giving in, instead of breaking like they all expected him to, he looked at himself in the mirror and said, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how hard it gets. I will not fucking stop until I win. And that was it. That was the turning point. From that moment on, he became a different man. He moved differently. He spoke differently. He carried himself with an intensity that made people take notice. He wasn't just another guy trying to succeed. He was a fucking man on a mission. A man who had burned the boats. A man who had removed all options of failure. He didn't have a backup plan. He didn't have a way out. It was either win or die trying. And guess what? He won. Because that's what happens when you refuse to accept anything less than victory. When you dedicate every ounce of your being to one goal, the universe bends to your will. It has no choice. People started respecting him. Opportunities started coming his way. The same people who once doubted him were now asking for advice. And the life he once dreamed of, he was fucking living it because he earned it. That's the power of going all in. That's the difference between men who rise and men who fall. Most people never make it because they never truly commit. They have one foot in and one foot out. They chase success, but they keep their backup plans, their safety nets, their little excuses for why they can't give 100%. And that's why they stay average. That's why they never break through. Let me make this clear. You don't get to be great unless you sacrifice. You don't get to be successful unless you give up everything that's holding you back. You don't get to have it both ways. You either suffer now and dominate later, or you stay comfortable now and suffer for the rest of your fucking life. Pick one. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't give a fuck about your excuses. It doesn't care about your struggles. It doesn't care about how hard your life is. The only thing that matters is, did you commit or did you quit? Did you go all in or did you play it safe? If you're listening to this and you feel like you've been stuck in the same fucking place for years, ask yourself one brutal question. Have you actually given it everything? Have you truly sacrificed? Have you put yourself in a position where failure is not an option? Or are you still holding back, still waiting for the right time, still telling yourself you'll start taking it seriously tomorrow? Because here's the truth. There is no fucking tomorrow. There is only today. And the men who understand that, they win every single time. Let me tell you something that should terrify you. Most people will never fucking make it. Not because they aren't smart. Not because they weren't given opportunities. But because they never had the balls to go all in. They wasted time. They hesitated. They played life like it was some casual game where you can restart if things go wrong. And then before they knew it, they were 40, 50, 60 years old, sitting in a life they never fucking wanted, full of regret, realizing that they could have been great. But they never had the balls to commit. You think you have time. You don't. Time is the most ruthless killer. It doesn't wait. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't care about your excuses, your whining, your sad little victim stories. Every second you waste is a second you will never get back. And here's the harsh fucking truth. Someone out there right now is taking the opportunity you're too afraid to grab. Someone else is putting in the work while you're thinking about it. Someone else is sacrificing while you're making excuses. And in 5 years, when you're still stuck in the same miserable place, they'll be miles ahead of you. And they won't even fucking remember you exist. You need to wake the fuck up. You are in a war. A war against time. A war against mediocrity. A war against the weak, pathetic part of you that wants to stay comfortable. And in this war, there are only two types of men. The ones who commit and the ones who get left behind. Which one are you? Because here's the thing. There are no second chances in life. You don't get to hit rewind. You don't get to relive your 20s or your 30s. You either take action now or you end up like the millions of weak-ass men who wake up one day realizing that life has fucking passed them by. And by then, it's too late. That's the reality nobody wants to tell you. Think about the greatest men in history. The ones who built empires, the ones who changed the world, the ones who are remembered. Do you think they got there by trying? By doing their best? By waiting for the stars to align and the universe to hand them their destiny? Fuck no. They decided they were going to win, no matter what it took. They didn't waste time wondering if they should go all in. They just fucking did it. And that's exactly why most people will never be great. Because they live in this pathetic middle ground. This space of hesitation, of maybe later, of I'll start when I'm ready. News flash, you will never be ready. No one is. The difference between winners and losers is the winners fucking start anyway. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to keep making excuses, playing it safe, living like you've got all the time in the world? Or are you going to wake the fuck up, go all in, and take what's yours? Because if you don't, someone else will, and they won't even fucking care that you were too weak to do it yourself. The difference between winners and losers is simple. Winners start before they feel ready. They jump the fuck in. They make mistakes. They learn fast, and they refuse to fucking quit. Meanwhile, the weak sit on the sidelines, waiting for the perfect time that never fucking comes. You need to start thinking differently. Right now. Every single decision you make is shaping your future. Every time you choose comfort over discipline, every time you procrastinate, every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, you are literally choosing to be a fucking failure. Do you understand that? You are choosing to be average. No one is forcing you to be weak. You are doing it to yourself. And if you keep going down that path, let me tell you exactly what's going to happen. One day you're going to wake up and it's going to hit you like a fucking freight train. You'll look in the mirror and realize that you wasted your potential, that you could have been something, that you could have built a legacy, but you played it safe. And there is nothing more painful than that moment, because once you reach it, you can't go back. That's why I'm telling you, stop hesitating. Stop waiting. Stop pretending like you have forever, because you fucking don't. Life is short. Opportunities don't come twice. Either you take control now or you watch your life slip away day by day until there's nothing left but regret. So ask yourself right now, are you all in or are you all out? Because there is no middle ground. There is no kind of successful. You either commit to winning or you prepare to fucking lose. And the brutal truth. If you don't decide today, you've already lost. Listen to me and listen carefully. Your life is a direct reflection of your decisions. Every single action, every choice, every second you either waste or use wisely is shaping your destiny. There's no mystery to success. No magic formula. No secret trick. It's simple. You decide to win and you back that decision with relentless fucking action. That's it. But the problem is most people never make that decision. They flirt with success. They toy with ambition. But when it comes time to go all in, they hesitate. They sit in the middle, doing just enough to feel like they're trying, but never enough to actually break through. And that's why they lose. That's why they stay stuck, trapped in the same pathetic cycle year after year, watching others pass them by. Because while they were playing it safe, someone else was taking risks. While they were waiting for the right time, someone else was out there making it fucking happen. While they were whining about how hard life is, a real man was grinding through the pain, pushing past the doubt, and building something extraordinary. And now they look at those men with envy, wondering why they never got their shot. They had their shot. They just didn't fucking take it. So what's it going to be? You're going to sit there jerking yourself off with bullshit excuses. Or are you finally going to make the decision to go all in and take what's yours? Because the clock's ticking and nobody's waiting for you to catch up. You need to understand something. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. The moment you allow yourself to coast, the moment you start making fucking excuses, the moment you tell yourself that it's okay to take it easy, you are setting yourself up for failure. Winners don't tolerate comfort. They reject mediocrity like it's a disease. They understand that every second spent in weakness is a second stolen from their future. And that's why they refuse to settle for anything less than their absolute best. But what about you? Are you really pushing yourself or are you just pretending? Are you actually sacrificing or are you just dabbling? Be brutally honest. Are you truly all in or are you still holding on to safety, keeping a backup plan, making sure you have a way out in case shit gets too hard? Because if you've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, you've already fucking lost. Success is not for the hesitant. It's not for the uncertain. It's not for the weak, fragile men who need to think about it. Success is for the ones who commit with every fiber of their being. The ones who wake up every day with fire in their chest, ready to destroy any obstacle in their way. The ones who see struggle and embrace it, knowing that pain is the price of greatness. The ones who are willing to burn the bridges, to erase every fucking exit strategy, to go all in with no way out. That's what it takes, nothing less. Because here's the harsh reality. Life is going to test you. It's going to throw pain at you. It's going to break you down, challenge you, and push you to the absolute edge of your limits. And when that moment comes, you will have two choices. Step up and prove that you are built for this, or crumble like every other weak man who wasn't willing to pay the price. So ask yourself, who the fuck are you? Are you the man who fights? The man who takes control? The man who refuses to bow down, who laughs in the face of adversity, who keeps pushing forward no matter what? Or are you like the rest? Afraid, hesitant, looking for a way out the moment shit gets uncomfortable. Because life doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about what you plan to do. It only cares about one thing, what you actually fucking did. And if you're not all in, if you're not fully committed to your goals, your dreams, your success, then you are wasting your fucking time. The ones who win in life are the ones who make the decision to give everything. Not 50%, not 70%, not even 99%. 100%. No hesitation. No doubts. No safety nets. They go all in and they never look back. So this is your moment right now. Decide. Are you going to be one of those men who wakes up years from now full of regret, knowing you could have been great but never committed? Or are you going to step up, take full control of your destiny, and make the choice to go all in no matter what it takes? Because if you're not ready to give it everything, then don't even fucking bother. This is not for the weak. This is for the men who are ready to fucking dominate. Are you one of them? This is it. This is the fucking moment where you decide who the hell you are. No more thinking about it. No more I'll start tomorrow. No more waiting, hesitating, or giving yourself an easy way out. You're either all in or you're nothing. That's how life works. That's how winners operate. They don't dabble. They don't test the waters, waiting to see if things feel right. They dive in head first, ready to destroy whatever stands in their way. And that's what separates the men from the boys. The ones who succeed in life are the ones who commit with everything they have. They don't just talk about their goals. They live, breathe, and bleed for them. They don't sit around waiting for permission, for approval, for some guarantee that everything will work out. They take action. They take risks. And they accept the consequences like men. They know that greatness isn't given. It's taken. It's earned through blood, sweat, and relentless fucking discipline. So let me ask you, are you ready to take what's yours? Are you ready to step the fuck up, to finally stop making excuses and go after what you say you want? Because if you're not, if you still need convincing, if you still need someone to hold your hand and tell you that everything will be okay, then you've already lost. Success doesn't wait for the weak. Life won't slow down for you. Every second you waste, someone else is out there grinding, hustling, stacking up wins while you sit on the sidelines, trying to figure shit out. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You need to fucking decide. You need to burn the bridges, cut the safety nets, destroy the backup plans, and commit with everything you have. Because the moment you give yourself an option to quit, you've already lost. And that's why most people fail. They give themselves an escape route, the way to back out when shit gets tough. And guess what? The moment pain comes, they run. The moment failure hits, they quit. The moment things don't go exactly as planned, they crumble. But not you. Not if you've made it this far. If you're still here, still listening, then deep down, you know you were meant for more. You feel it. You know you weren't put on this earth to be average. You weren't designed to live a weak, insignificant existence, following the crowd, settling for mediocrity like every other loser out there. You were built to lead. You were built to dominate. You were built to fucking win. But none of that happens if you stay where you are. None of that happens if you keep playing it safe. If you keep tiptoeing around your own potential, too fucking scared to fully commit. Look around you. Look at your life. Are you truly satisfied? Do you wake up every morning knowing you are on the right path? Or do you feel that itch, that frustration, that deep, unshakable feeling that you are not yet the man you were meant to be? Because if you feel that, good, that's your fucking wake-up call. That's the fire inside you screaming at you to step up, to stop wasting time, to stop living like a coward, and start taking what's yours. You only get one shot at this life. One. No second chances, no rewinds. No do-overs. Every second wasted is gone forever. So what are you going to do? Sit around and watch another year pass you by, still stuck in the same place, still making the same excuses, still pretending like you're trying while deep down you know you're not giving it everything? Or are you going to take control, go all in, and finally claim the life you were meant to fucking live? Because here's the truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's going to hand you success. Nobody's going to force you to do the work. You have to want it. You have to be willing to suffer for it. You have to be willing to grind through the pain, endure the struggle, take every hit life throws at you, and keep moving forward like a fucking beast. That's what separates the winners from the losers. That's the difference between those who make it and those who don't. So make your choice. Right here, right now. Are you going to be another average nobody? Another weak man who let life beat him down? Or are you going to step up, go all in, and carve your name into fucking history? Because this is your moment. This is where everything changes. But only if you decide.